go back to why anyone would want a flying car in the first place.
Because they're an asshole.
Okay, no, here it is.
Stuck in traffic.
So here it is.
Better than everybody.
So let's watch. Let's say there was only one road.
Okay.
Okay? That was the width of your car. And you're driving on this road, and there are cars behind you. The fastest you could go on that road is the speed of the slowest car on the road.
Right.
Make sense?
Yes.
This is travel in one dimension. That sucks. What you really want is travel in two dimensions. So you take the road and widen it. Let's make 2 lanes. 2 lanes in one direction. We can have 2 the other way as well. That doesn't matter here. Now you have 2 lanes. So now I can go around you, your slow-ass car. Okay? And that's fine. This is a great improvement on one-dimensional travel. Now it's 2 dimensions. Okay? I can shift left or right as well as move forward or backwards to move. And the more lanes you have, the more two-dimensional that is. Okay. The 405 here in Los Angeles, what is it, 6 lanes each? It's 12 freaking lanes. Okay. You are fully exploiting the two-dimensionality of travel. But you still have so many cars that you say to yourself, I want to bypass this traffic. If you went from 1 dimensions to 2 dimensions, bypassing is just another lane. But now all 12 lanes are plugged and you want to bypass it. So you're thinking, I need to travel in another dimension. I want to travel in the 3rd dimension. If I do that, I can bypass all these cars. I want a flying car.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the point is, we already have flying cars. They're called helicopters.
Well, the helicopters were originally invented for that.
They're called helicopters. They're noisy. They have to create a downward thrust of air equal to its own weight. If you're going to have a flying car, that's what it's going to have to do.
Right.
They're noisy. They completely disrupt the terrain wherever they fly. So the issue is not that you want a flying car. You want to travel in that 3rd dimension. We already do that.
How do we do that?
They're called tunnels. They're called bridges. When you have a huge intersection, you don't move people through one another. You build one road over the other. You build one road under the other. You are exploiting 3 dimensions so that traffic can go in perpendicular directions simultaneously. That's what the flying cars would have given you. But we do that at intersections because it would be impossible to move 12 lanes of traffic through an intersection that crossed another freeway. New York City has done this. We do this. You're in the streets, there's too many cars, you can't move. Let's move in the 3rd dimension. Let's build a subway.
This sounds like a guy who's trying to sell me something
I'm telling you.
that's better than a flying car. This is what it sounds like. You're like, listen, man, that flying car is bullshit, and I'll tell you why. You could buy a flying car.
I want you to appreciate moving in the 3rd dimension.
I do appreciate
the
it.
New York City subway system moves 1 billion people a year. And they all go in the 3rd dimension, beneath the ground, through tunnels that are layered on top of one another.
Well, the New York City subway system is amazing.
No
doubt about it.
You can move that many people.
It's great, but it's not as good as a flying car.
It's not as cool as a flying car,
Right.
but it's as effective as a flying car.
No, not
because
for a person who has a flying car. Person who has a flying car doesn't have to get in line. You don't have to get on the subway. You don't have to have a token. You don't have to go through the turnstile. You don't have to deal with some guy who's rubbing his body up against yours. A flying car is the shit. You just fly around.
I'm just saying.
It's like a boat.
Tunnels,
but for the air,
and bridges are flying cars.
The beautiful thing about a boat is you just go wherever you want to go.
Now, here's the thing.
It's kind of, you don't have to call air traffic control and say I'm turning left.
I'm going to take you to another dimension. No, someone will have to know where the hell your flying car is going. Just the same way traffic rules matter in a street. There's not a free-for-all.
It is with boats.
And you know what happens if a car fails?
Falls.
It's just on the ground. It just stops.
Right. And you're going to land on people's houses.
If a flying car fails, you're dead.
Right.
Okay. So I want to add another dimension to this conversation.
Oh,
Are you ready?
Elon Musk, his tunnels under
Okay,
the ground.
ready? Exactly. So watch. Here's a desk in front of me. Okay, it's a physical desk, and I have a lot of sheets of paper, and so I lay them side by side. I tile the desk with all my sheets of paper. Then there's no desk surface left. I ran out of two-dimensional space. If I want to store more pages on my desk, what do? I get one of those organizers. Mm-hmm. I've just introduced a third dimension. So now I could have pages in another dimension sitting above the page that was previously occupying another place that I couldn't have put another sheet. That's 3 dimensions.
Yes.
Okay. If we were two-dimensional people, we would wonder what happened to that sheet of paper because we have no access to that third dimension. It would just left our universe.
At this point, I'd be trying to back out of the showroom, and I'd say, thank you, but I'm going to go to the flying car place.